Hey guys, and how's it going? Got some unfortunate news for you guys about the 1977 212. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. This is my 1977 John Deere 212. Bought this off a buddy of mine. He brought it here to get it running. We got it running, but it ran away. Needed a new carburetor, so we put a new carburetor on it, and I think that was it. After that, it ran good. Put some side panels on it here recently. The day has come for this 212. Unfortunately, I have decided that I don't really need it around here anymore. I hate making decisions like this when it comes to this stuff. I've really liked this tractor. It has been a very good tractor for me. I've really appreciated it, and I thought, well, maybe it's time to let this thing go. Maybe somebody else in a situation similar to me would like to have it. They could use it, mow their yard with it, plow a garden with it, do something with it, you know. It did good for me, good working around here, but recently I found another tractor, another project. I got a guy coming tomorrow to pick this up. Has not paid for it yet. I don't know if he's going to buy it or not. We'll see. It is running. I'll start it up for you guys. I really shouldn't. Oh, I don't have the keys. I really shouldn't because it's running low on gas. I'll just run it for... My keys might be in my coat. I'll just run it for a few seconds for you guys. That way you can hear it. Went in there and I grabbed my keys. I really hate to see this thing go after everything we've done with it. But in order to make somebody else's day, you got to get rid of something. So I decided this is going. It was a tough decision between a few to see which one I wanted to get rid of, but this one came up only because I pretty much have the exact same tractor sitting over there, all except for that's got a 16 horse. This has a 14 horse. So, and I got another one right here. So, I mean, not really any point in keeping it. There's not much different about the two. They're pretty much the identical same, so. But it's done good for me, so it'll make somebody else happy, hopefully. So let me start it up for you guys so you can listen to it. So I guess that is the last time that you guys are going to hear this thing run on the channel. I really hate to see it go, like I said, but I like making other people happy. I like to spread some joy around. So maybe this will give somebody some joy, and I really hope they enjoy it. Whoever ends up getting it, I hope you enjoy this tractor. I will definitely ask them to keep me updated on it, and I can, if you guys are interested, I can tell you guys further what goes on with it. But unfortunately, this is going to be probably the last time you see it. So now you're probably wondering, a new tractor, what did I get? Well, I'll show you guys here in a bit when, it'll probably be tomorrow. I'll show you guys here in a little bit what I got. You guys will see it. I hope you like it. We've had one of these before on the channel, but it was a frame. It didn't run. I do have it on the channel, but it didn't run. It was a frame. It's a series of tractor I've never had on the channel. Well, maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Well, I know I haven't had a series of this one on, but I might have had this number series. It is a John Deere. So we'll see. I think I've had this series of John Deere on the channel. I don't think I have, but I might have. I'm probably going to end up robbing this off of here, this muffler tin. That's for a 75, actually a 70s. So I might take that off there, I might not, we'll see. There are a few other things I've been contemplating on taking off of it, but I'm probably not going to. Because I don't like doing that. I don't like it when people do it to me. So I'm not going to do that to somebody else. So let's go on ahead. I'm going to show you guys what I got. It's pretty much the exact same thing as this, all except for A little bit different. Not quite. It's not quite the same. It's kind of different. But it is very similar. And also recently, the other day, I don't know when he's going to upload this, but I went to my buddy Mike's house and we did some disking with the 73. I'm going to ask him if I can get a little bit of footage of it to make a video out of. But that's going to go up on his channel. If you guys want to see it when he uploads it, I'll leave a link to the video in the description. So let's go on ahead and zoom into tomorrow, and we will see what I got. Well, you may notice there is an empty spot now in the tractor business. The 208 has moved over. The 212 has sold. It is actually still the same day. Had a subscriber of the channel, you know who you are, had a subscriber of the channel who was on Facebook, who knew me, saw my listing, and he messaged a friend of mine asking where I was at so he could come down here and look at it. Now, I had somebody interested in it already, and I don't like to do that to people, but I had somebody interested in it, and it was probably a good thing I let it go to the other guy, that I let it go to the subscriber. He came and we talked for a good hour or two, something like that. I really appreciate him stopping by. I didn't like that he just kind of showed up out of nowhere, but you know who you are. It was fine. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to him. I enjoyed talking to you. I was in there filming a video, working on a spindle, something for my brother. And my brother came in and told me, hey, somebody's here. He's a subscriber to your channel and he wants to talk to you. He's got a 400. He didn't have a 400. It was actually a John Deere 214 he had just bought off somebody, and he was in town. So he came by and we talked, and I ended up selling the 212 to him. He came here, cash in hand, ready to buy it. And I said, I can't do that, man. I'm sorry. I've got somebody already wanting to buy it. And as we talked, camera battery died. But as I was saying, he went through all that trouble to come here for the tractor. I didn't really like the thought of sending him home empty-handed, but I did give him a deck plate, one of the front deck plates, and also a couple of the lifts, because he said he needed some lifts for his tractor. So I gave him a couple of those pieces and also one of them front draft plates. I got a few extra of them laying around. I gave him a pretty nice one. Probably the nicest one that I have. Well, actually, I think that's the nicest one I have. So probably the second nicest one. And so the thought went through my mind. I think I said it before. The thought went through my mind. I thought, you know, I can't send this guy home empty-handed and make him, if this guy don't end up buying it, make him come all the way back up here and get it. And my thought is, first with cash gets it. So I told the guy, I said, you know what, man, let's just go on ahead and load it. I'll let this other guy know that I had somebody come out here who desperately wanted it, and I sold it to him. So I ended up messaging him, and before I even started typing, he sent me a message. He asked if it was a hydraulic lift. I said, no, it's not a hydraulic lift, but I told him I just had somebody come to the shop and buy it off me. He came here from, I don't remember where he came from, to buy it off me. He had cash in hand. So I sold it to him. And you run into a lot of good people on Facebook Marketplace, and you run into a lot of bad people. I've run into a lot of situations where the people, whoever you're talking to, is an asshole, or they just don't show. So he said, that's fine, man. I understand. I've had that happen to me before. And we talked back and forth for a little bit. He wanted something to use in his garden. And I said, well, this tractor was a manual lift. If I was you, I'd go look for a 140, or I would look for a hydraulic lift. And I told him about a hydraulic lift tractor and I knew somebody that had one. I think I told him about that. I don't remember. But if I didn't, I will. So I don't have the tractor yet I was talking to you guys about, but I wanted to show you there's an empty spot here. The tractor's gone. And I wanted to tell you guys about that subscriber experience I had. I thought it was really cool. Thank you for coming by, John. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed talking to you. It really means a lot when I meet people who are subscribed to the channel. I think I've actually met a couple people who are subscribed to the channel. I thought it was awesome. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking to you, man. So thanks for coming by. It was in the middle of a video, but I didn't have a problem with stopping what I was doing. However, I did keep these Firestone tires off of that tractor. I sent it off with the S tires it came with. I think they were the factory tires it came with. So that's what I kept it with, and that's what I let it go with. So I ended up keeping these tires. So as much as I hated doing that, I like these tires. These were the factory tires that came with my 72 112. They've got the factory tread. They were also painted that tractor's color. The 110 has the factory tires that came with the 73 on it as well, and they are painted the same color. So I don't know, I like these tires, and I'm going to keep them around. So let me go on ahead. We're going to zoom in. More than likely these tires are going to go on what I'm getting. More than likely, or never mind, I already said it. So let me go on ahead, and we're going to go into tomorrow or whenever, and I'm going to show you guys what I got. Ready? Well, I'm sure you're all probably wondering as to what I got, seeing I didn't put it in the title. So I'm just going to go on ahead and show you. I'm kidding. This is I think it's a 1981 John Deere 318. As you can see right there's a tubeless tire, and it will hold air for sure. Just put some air in it. Has rear hydraulics. I'm not sure if the valve right there is factory. That right there is a horn, but I'm not sure if that valve right there is factory. I'm being told it was or it's not. Seat looks new, freshly redone too. Definitely needs a new gas cap. Right there's the rear hydraulics. It's got I want to call that a 1-inch trailer hitch, receiver, whatever you want to call it. This tire was flat when I got it. I put some air in it, and it still seems like it's holding air. Well, it might have went flat. That's okay. I'm probably going to end up switching these rear tires anyway. Came with a tire chain, I noticed, so do something with that. I don't know what. It's probably no good. Have not tried starting it. I have not tried running it. I have been anxiously wanting to mess with it. I was waiting for you guys to be here to look at it with me. I do not. So, I was also told this dipstick is not supposed to be here. I don't know very much about the 317s, like I said. I'm more into the K-Series Kohlers. Plan is, I'm going to get it running, and I'm going to hopefully end up trading it for a 140. Depending on how it goes and what I find in it, I know that these 317s are common to blow a rod. I'm hoping that that didn't happen with this, making them decide they wanted to park it. So, what do you guys think we're going to find? It was heavy. I think the filter came with it. Yes, it did. It don't look terrible. Looks a lot better than some I've seen. Going down the throat. That looks okay. I'm surprised I don't see any. I see a lot of mouse nest around it. We're definitely going to have to pull the side panels. But I was expecting to see some mouse nest inside of the air filter, seeing that right here you can get into it. So, I don't know. Maybe I expect too much. Turn that way. I don't know which way that's supposed to be turned. I'll just turn it that way. There's supposed to be a belly screen underneath of it as well. I don't know if this has one on it or not. I really have not looked at it. He brought it here, and at the time I didn't film, so I just kind of didn't look at it all that much. I was waiting for you guys to tag along so we could look at it. I don't know if it's got a belly screen under it or not. Oh, yes it does. Look at that. And right there's your, looks like a hydraulic valve, and there's your transmission. Right there's your oil filter. Go back, there's your transmission. It's got drum brakes. I need to check the fluid. It didn't look like it leaked any at all when it was sitting over there, so that's good. There's no dripping underneath of it, and there's no dripping over here, so that's good. I had just moved it over here though. It's got the hangers, which kind of surprises me. That's a John Deere filter. I wonder if it's the same one it's had from the factory. Then up there you can see the drain for the engine oil. Tires, I'm going to end up switching the one out on the other side. So, it's got 2,700 hours on it. 2,783 hours on it. So, I don't know if that's high hours or low. Or I know it's not low. I don't know how low hourage or high hourage that would be considered. I know bigger tractors go for many more hours than that, so I would think that that might be in the middle range. Hydro seems like it moves okay. This is my first hydrostatic tractor. Well, I've had a hydrostatic tractor before, but this is probably the second one. This is my first opposed twin though. Not the first opposed twin I've worked on, but my first opposed twin. Oh, right there's the oil. Where's the oil fill on this? Or is it? No, it's not there. Where is the oil fill on here? I do not see it. I wonder if this is it right here. Maybe there was a lid on that or some point and they replaced it with a little small dipstick. That's weird. My buddy has one, and he has the same. I got this off a buddy of mine. He got two for one price, so he took it. His has this on it as well, so I almost wonder if let me grab a chair. If there was supposed to be a cap there or something. I don't know what it is, but I'm told it's not supposed to be there, so I guess that's what I'm going to go with. It's not supposed to be there. Here's the oil dipstick. It's got oil in it. Definitely going to need to be replaced. But I'd say it looks alright. Especially after setting, it looks a lot not as good as I was expecting. Right there's the carburetor. So, and then, that's not terrible looking at it. I definitely am probably going to swap these battery terminals. This is not the style of terminal that I use. I don't know. I have that battery inside of my 68, so maybe we'll pull the battery out of it. The wiring looks to be there. I don't want to rewire this tractor. I don't like rewiring things. I'd say it looks alright. So, that looks like it all moves. I do have a 317 dash, or a fender pan upstairs, and I also have another 317 hood. If the ones I have upstairs are in better shape than these, I'll switch them. I'm definitely going to end up switching that seat. That seat is not going to be staying on here. I don't know what I'm going to put on there instead, but that's not staying. This tire seems to hold air. I think that tire does too. The one on the other side does, and this one over here doesn't. I need to replace it. So I guess the first thing that we're going to do Oh. Brakes seem like they're stuck. Oh, they're just stuck together. There's a grease zerk under there. Yes, there is right there. Just grease that and then maybe they'll both come apart. So, I wasn't planning on getting into this, but I think since we're in it this far, we might as well. Has an electric PTO. I'm trying to think of everything to look at. I've never owned a 317 or a 300 series. I've never worked on one either, so I don't know what to expect. Right here's your electric PTO, which seems like it's stuck. That's not good. Or does it have some kind of brake in it? I wonder if it's got a brake. Maybe it does. I don't know if the engine turns. I'm hoping it does. It looked like it had oil in it, so I'm going to guess it does. It has been sitting for a while though, so maybe I'm wrong. That moves. That's loose and it moves. That moves. That moves. I find it awesome. It's got these little rubber covers on it for the hydraulic ports. You don't see that very often. The ones back here do as well. This one does. It's just down here and it looks like it's got some rust in it. This one doesn't move and it turns the whole valve or receiver. This one looks pretty good. This one's got the same problem with it though. So, no rear lights. I wish I'd have kept the rear lights off at 212. I'd have put them on here. Well, maybe I do have some rear lights I can put on it. Actually, the fender pan looks bent right here. Grab a wrench and bend that out. Maybe we could do that. What do you guys think? I paid $300 for this. I don't think I did half bad. Well, I know that they go for quite a bit. Like I said, I paid $300 for it. I don't think I did half bad. All I really need to worry about is that tire, getting that replaced. I do have another tire, luckily I can put on it, so I will be doing that. I'm not keeping that tire. That tire is no good anyway. Chains are definitely coming off. I'm not leaving those on there. More than likely, I am going to end up putting these tires on it, but I think those rims are too shiny for this tractor. Let's run upstairs and look at that other hood, because I'm looking at this and you can see right there, you can see right here, this doesn't look all that good. So let's run upstairs quick, and I also want to look at that fender pan, because we're going to end up probably pulling the fender pan off of it anyway, so might as well take a look around and see what you got. So let's do that. Came up here to look around, and here's that 317 hood I was talking about. It's got a couple cracks in it, so I guess we'll just leave this one up here. And I came over here and looked. Here is a fender pan for a 300 series. The only thing is it does not have, no, it doesn't have the holes drilled right here for the hydraulic ports to bolt onto. So then it's got that decal right there, but you can't really see it all that well. I guess we'll just stick with the one that we've got, and that might be the factory one for it too. I don't know, I figured I'd just come up here and look, see what we had. Figured if we got something better, I may end up swapping it on there. Who knows, I might not. But since we're probably going to end up taking that off there anyway, it probably doesn't hurt coming up here and looking at it. So there you go. Figured we come up here and look, and I don't know if I'm impressed. We'll see. So I decided I'm just going to keep this hood. I'm probably going to do the fender pan, although this has a better decal on its fender pan than that one does upstairs. I don't know about the seat. I'm definitely not keeping the seat. I have not found a seat yet that I like. I could even just put a trash bag over it. I had thought about doing that, but I don't think I'm going to do that. It's unfortunate it's only H2, but I figured the 300 series, the 318 would be H3, But this is basically the same thing as a 318, all except for it has a 17 horse opposed twin Kohler. The 318 is the exact same tractor as this, all except for it has either a P series or a B series Onan, and I think they're 18 horse. Now the 316 Onan is the exact same thing as a 318. It's got the exact same motor in it, all except for its H1 with only one brake pedal, where the 318 has the H2, and it also has two brake pedals like this does. I guess the difference between the 317 and the 318 is whether you want to have a Kohler or an Onan. Personally, I would prefer the Onan. I mean the Kohler. I like Kohler engines. As you can tell, I have a whole bunch of Kohlers all around my shop, and I've got plenty of them that I've swapped to Kohlers. So what do we want to do? I guess I'm going to go on ahead and put you guys in the stand. I'm going to take these side panels off here. I think they're probably just about the same to get off there as they would be a 200 series, because right there it would bolt up on the 200 series, along with, I guess not on that side, right here, right there should be a bolt right there, and nope, not one back here. So I guess they are the same as the ones on the 200 series. Never really had one next to another. But that wheel I'm definitely going to be changing, and I do have another wheel to put on it. Let me know about this. I'd really be interested in knowing if that is actually factory or not. This is just going to be an update video. I would make a video on getting it running, but I'm going to save it for right now. I really just want to get some information about it until I guess we'll go on ahead and tear into it. So let's just go on ahead and figure this thing out, probably take the hood off of it, and it looks like it's missing a bolt right there. Yep. So I guess we'll take the side panels off of it and we'll dive into it, grab the air compressor and all the crap out of there, and then get into it. I think the first thing I want to try and do is I want to try and get these brake pedals to move separately. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I'm sure it will, but let's see. What would we have to do in order to get these to move separately? Is there something I can wedge back here? I don't think there is. Let's see. Push down on it. I don't want to push too far on it because I still don't have a knob on my parking brake thing right there, so I should probably get that situated first. I grabbed a knob for the parking brake, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm tempted just about to, I don't want to bend it, but I want to just push down on one and hit the other with the mallet and see if we can get it to move. They both should move independently from each other. Unless they're so stuck together. Let's see here. They're definitely not tied up with each other. Yeah, that one's on its own over here. This one over here has a spring, it looks like. No, there ain't no spring. Maybe we need to give this a little bit of a... Maybe that'll help it. Ready? If we can get it to move, I'll grease it. But until then, I'm not going to just yet. Damn, that is one stuck bastard. Let me resort, well, you know what, actually, there's a pin right there. I wonder if this guy will come up. I don't want to take it apart if I don't have to, but it's starting to look like I am. I'll be right back. I think I have an idea. That took longer than I thought it was going to. Right over there and grabbed a can of one WD-40. I don't like using lubricants, but sometimes you don't have a choice. So hopefully that will soak and give me some with moving this. I'll let that kind of soak for a bit. I mean, it moves easily, but I don't understand why it's such trouble. I'm gonna guess these are 7/16, maybe 3/8. Let me grab a wrench and get them off. I grabbed 7/16. Hopefully they are the winner. Let's find out. Those of you who own a 300 series, give me some information on some of the things about the 317 and all the others, because I'd like to know a little bit about them, since now that I'm working on one, I might as well get a little bit of information about them. And after we get this guy, I'm hoping that's not bad, because that would suck. Put the bolt back so I don't lose it. Supposedly, I've heard these are running, driving, and mowing probably worth $1,000. Repainted, I'd imagine. This paint job, it probably wouldn't go for that much. He said it had a snowplow on it, but unfortunately, the guy sold it before he got it. Or before he got there. We might end up hunting a snowplow for it if I decide to keep it. Like I said though, I'm probably going to end up trying to trade it off for a 140, but if I end up liking it enough, I might keep it. I don't know why, but I just like the 140. That's my, I don't know. I had a 140 around here for a while. My buddies had a few 140s. I've always liked them. They're great machines, the newer ones. Over here on this side now. There we go. Oh, they changed it up. Got all the side panels taken off the 317. I'm going to grab the air compressor and we're going to go on ahead and blow that out. Hopefully we don't make too much of a mess, but we'll probably have to take it outside. I don't want to move it around because of the hydro. Then after we get this done, we'll take them tire chains off. So let me grab my air compressor and get that ready to go. Well guys, if there was ever a time or a place or a reason to put on your masks, this is it. So go get your masks and put them on, because this is going to be dusty and I'm sure you guys don't want to breathe this in. You guys ready to evict some critters? Cool, here we go. Can't say I didn't warn you. It was going to be messy. Now that we've evicted the critters, we're going to have to get this out of here, and we're going to have to sweep all this crap out. Look at the mess it made. Well, I'll let the air compressor shut off. Let's go on ahead and get these tire chains off. More than likely we're going to have to take the wheel off. We might get lucky. Let's see. Where are they hooked up? Need to find out where these are hooked up at. I guess. What is it? Well, here's a bungee. Looks a little bit wore out to me, but I don't know. Might be able to do something with it. Then I see a bolt right there. I bet you. Oh, yeah. I was going to say. I bet you that right there. Oh, it looks like it's mostly up and over this already. So I bet you we could just slide it out from under it if we left the tractor. I don't want to put anything under it because I don't want to ruin that hydro, and I don't want to move it because I don't want to ruin that hydro. Oh, right here's where it's hooked up together. I'm going to go on ahead and see. So they're unhooked. There. So now I'll bet you it is just like that on the other side. Is that it? No. So, well, I guess now that we've got it off most of the way, we'll have to take the tire off the tractor though. Let's see, right there. Oh, damn it, we already ended. There it is, right there. So now that both holders are unhooked, let's see, we should be able to come from there. I guess that could help a little bit. Come on. Come on. All it needs to do, and I can see it too. There we go. Almost. So it's now it wants to move. Take that off. There we go. Yep, look at that. I figured it out. That's off. We got a free strap. Looks like it's pretty well used up. Here's our brake linkage. That seems stuck. Here's our other brake linkage. That seems stuck. It's got sleeve hitch mounts. Right, here's the little ears for sleeve hitch. That's cool. There's another mouse nest right there. Looks like a mouse. Can't show that on YouTube though. I guess we're going to end up having to take the brakes off or the tires off of it anyway. If it's got something wrong with the brakes. So, I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. I really don't want to screw with it, but at the same time, let me grab a crescent and we'll see if we can bend that out. Good. I grabbed a couple wrenches. That one goes here. That's just to hold this side while I pry on this side. Maybe that's not gonna. I don't think we have a. Damn it! I don't think we have a good enough grab on it. Yeah, because we're only bending this side on bottom, where I want to bend this side here on top. That looks like a light bulb. So, it needs to look like that one. So, I guess. Well, what do we want to do from here? Well, I guess what we can do is go on ahead and get that tire switched and then go on ahead and fiddle around with the engine. Maybe we can get the engine to run. Well, I'm not going to do anything to it until we know the engine runs and that transmission's good. I need to find out how to put oil in it, where the oil is up here, and then I think I'm going to take either the hood support off or the hood off and work on it. Oh, that's unhooked. Let's just take the hood supports off. Hell with it. Grab a couple 1/2 inch. Oh no, I don't. Let me grab a couple 1/2 inch wrenches and we'll get the front of this taken off. After I do that, I'll bring you guys back. Well, I think the next thing to do would be to go on ahead and see if the motor's stuck. I see this right here where the PTO hooks up. I can't turn it. I don't know if it's stuck or not. I'm hoping the engine's not stuck. If it is, maybe it'll come back to life easy. This right here. I see it's bolted on right there. Damn it, I was going to take that off. Put a wrench on that and see if we can turn it. I'm not trying to take that off, I just want to see if I can turn the engine over. If I can turn the motor over, then I know it's not stuck, which is good. So we can move on with it. Oh, thank God. So it's just, let's see if it'll go around a full rotation. Well, I guess the next thing would be take the spark plugs out and put my finger on it and make sure they're both pulling in. We've got two pistons. That way I know that, well, let's just take the plugs out of it and let's find out what they look like. See if the motor's been running with the rich or anything like that. So let me grab the ratchet and we'll pull the sprocket. I'm hoping this is the correct size. Damn it, it don't even fit. So then it's the other. Let's see. It's coming loose. That's good. It's threading out pretty hard. I wonder. I don't know. Oh shit, that's not good. Why is it jumping like that? I wouldn't mind knowing why it's... I wonder if this socket is too big. I have a bad feeling it might be our problem. This has a latch in it where that one didn't, so didn't let go. Huh, interesting. Let's see if this one's it. Oh, it's loose. Oh, good. Well, I'm gonna have to find out what size that is. It definitely looks like it's seen better days. It's rounded off. But, I don't know what I think about that. I'm gonna have to find out what size plug this is. I might end up just getting new ones. Hopefully it turns over. I guess the next thing we're gonna do is put a battery in it and see how it does, and then we'll check it for spark. So let me find out what size socket this is, and then we'll bring you guys back. Well, I went over to the other spark plug, and unfortunately it was broken. I pulled the top off, the wire that goes to it, and the top came off of it. So I guess that sucks. This plug don't look too bad, so I'm gonna have to get another plug for it, or I don't know, find another one. So I'm gonna have to find out what number plug these are. So I'll bring you guys back here in a bit. I gotta do some research, and I guess I'm gonna have to find a plug, put some money into it. Maybe I can find another one around here somewhere. So we'll see. I don't know. If I don't have to, I won't put any money into it. I'm just gonna try to find one that's around here. So let me do that real fast, and once I do that, I will bring you guys back. So I pulled the spark plugs out of it, and unfortunately the one broke on that side over there. I think what we're going to go on ahead and do now is we are going to, I hate to say this, drop a battery in it and see how it does. I don't like the looks of them, but both terminals look well enough to take a battery. Clean that one up. Then we'll set a battery in there and try it out. See how it does. Maybe things will work, maybe they won't. I don't know, we'll see. Put you guys in the stand and get into it. Plan is, if it turns over, which I figure it will, we're gonna take the carburetor off. I don't know if we're gonna have to pull it apart or not. I imagine we will. Carburetor's right there. It might be a pain to get to. I'm hoping not. I don't have any parts for it if something goes wrong, so let's hope nothing does. Let me grab a battery real fast. Got a battery. We want you. Give it a good seat connection. That's good. If it sparks, that means we've got maybe a connection. If it doesn't, then, well, shit. Hopefully the solenoid's not bad. I'd like to not have to pull the solenoid. I don't even know where it would be on this. Hopefully not. Let's find out. Ready? Ready? Damn it. Now it could be, let's turn on the mower deck and see. It's getting power. Oh, I remember seeing a seat safety. Maybe we need to sit on it in order for it to work. I forgot about that. None of mine all have seat safeties, so this has, it's getting power. The PTO clutch turned on, which is good. Push down on that, that's in neutral. I guess this has safeties on it, so we better abide by them. Damn it, this seat is wet. Ready? Still no. That don't work. Okay, where would the starter solenoid be at for this? Come on, damn it. Maybe our connection needs to be cleaned up a little. Take this one off first because it's the easiest. Well, like I said though, I don't know. It looked like it had, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it does. It is still hooked up. Maybe somebody bypassed it at one point though. So, don't know. All I know, yeah, that surprises me. It was getting power. See that? Is that it? No. Where is the solenoid at on this thing? I think it would be under the battery if this is like the other ones. And I guess while we're under the battery tray, we can take a look at the flywheel and the drive shaft, make sure that's all still there. So let me get this battery pan out of here. Luckily, it's the exact same thing as the 100 series have, so it shouldn't be too hard to get out of there. Grabbed a wrench. I got a socket. I have the wrench in there. There we go. 1 and 2. This nut in there is turning. There we go. Oh shit, we just broke it off. Yeah, I kind of expected that. So, I guess we're out of bolt. So, oh well, I'll get that out of there. Well, let's try this one. Maybe this one will have better luck. Let's go on ahead and try this again. Maybe this time we'll have better luck. Breaking instead of just breaking them. Maybe I had to spray some of that, what's it called, on them. Sure hope I didn't have it going that way before. Cool, there's one. So, awesome. It would appear we only have one so far, but I would say that's fine. We'll probably be able to get it out of there. Not sure what I want to do, if I want to try and cross the solenoid or if I just want to replace it, but I'd like to know what's going on. Going on there. That looks like it's seen better days. So. Well, we might be in trouble with this one because now if this one were to break off, I don't think I'd have a problem with it breaking off as much as I would any other, because this head, maybe now it'll want to turn for me. Damn it. I see. Yeah, I figured that was turning, so maybe let me grab a hammer real quick. Let's see. That might hold it on there a little bit better now. Let's find out. Ready? Yep. Cool. Yep, that one broke. I figured that one would. I figured after the hell of a time we had, that would come off or break off, and well, shit. Unfortunately, it would appear this valve is in the way of getting that one out. So we might be in trouble. I have formulated a plan. I really hate to do this, but I think this is probably going to be the easiest thing to do, because I would rather not have to take this off here, because I'm sure it's a pain in the ass to take off there and put back. What is this? This is, oh, this is that horn. So I'm just going to do this. And that makes it easy enough to get down here to look at the damn thing. So right here, that goes to our positive lead. And then, I don't know, somewhere down there. I'd like to get this out still. This tractor was yellow, it seems like, at some point. I wonder why it was yellow. Unless somebody didn't know what color to paint it. So they just painted it yellow. I have something to cut those. It is a little bit late right now. I'm just going to try and get this done. What I can done. I think it's about 9 o'clock right now. I haven't changed the clocks out here, so I need to do that. So let's get that on there. There we go. maybe we will get lucky with this one. Unlike before with our battery tray. Hopefully this will just move up a little bit and then we'll be able to get that out. I'm hoping. If it ends up being the case, then cool. We'll just take this off and then get down to that solenoid. I don't know. So far it seems like it's been pretty easy to get at, really. I was expecting it to be a little bit worse, but really can't judge a book by its cover, I guess, is what I've been learning. It was kind of weird though, owning a 300 series. I'm gonna have to do something different with this. I don't want to break any lines, so I guess this is our 7/16 wrench. Put this on outside and use the ratchet on the inside, I guess. I kind of wonder if this battery tray's even been out of there. Because I know for sure I wouldn't have taken that, I wouldn't have put this bolt back in if I had it apart. Personally, that way it's less to screw with, but that's just me. I have a feeling this bolt is going to break. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll come out. Did I get it? You did. I'm going to put the hydraulic setup back on there once I get this tray out of here. Awesome. So we'll put this here. Whew, that's awesome that that came out. So now let's get this guy out of our way. We'll have to fix that side. So right there's our solenoid. Does it have... Uh-oh. That's got... It feels like a 4-post solenoid. That's not good. I don't have a 4-post solenoid. Great. I think if I'm correct, one of the wires that comes off of it goes to ground. One that comes in from the safeties, and then there's another one that just goes to ground. So I guess we may not need to worry about that. Right there, yeah. Yeah, it does look like. Actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't have a... Oh good, it doesn't. It's a 3. Because I have another 3 in the house. That looks okay. That looks good. Well, that solenoid looks pretty clean. So I'm going to go on ahead and predict the solenoid's junk. That's... Unless maybe this fuse is shot. I could see that being a problem. Maybe we'll bypass it. I don't know. The wiring under here all looks okay. I wonder if it's going to be a key switch like always. It always seems like the key switches go out on these. I probably shouldn't even fool with it. There's a bolt. There should be 2 bolts holding that on. There's a bolt over there. I don't feel another bolt. Is it just 1 bolt holding it on? There's the other one. Down there on bottom where it's a pain in the ass to get to. So great. So that sucks. You don't want to head and bolt this back on while I'm thinking about it. This may end up having to come off here anyway, so maybe I ought to just, I don't know, keep it off. I do hope that this machine works. Because I would like to use it a little bit before I turn it around. I don't exactly know the full story on this tractor. I wasn't really told anything about it. Conveniently, I like to get the full story on something when I get it, but unfortunately that's not the case with this. So there we go. So now tighten that up with the ratchet. Then after we do that, we should be good to go. How cool. Now, apparently there's a kit, a P2, what was it? P218 Onan they sold for the 317s, where you could install the Onan that the 318s had in them. Which would make it pretty much a 318 with a 317 hood and a 317 tag. And a 317 dash. So I guess if our plan fails, we could do that as a backup. Hopefully this motor is good. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but right there's our solenoid. I almost had half a mind just to leave that solenoid in there and relocate it. I wonder if that might be a possibility on something we can do. I also need to find out how the carburetor comes off. If it's got, it looks like it has bolts up there holding it, same as how the K-series are, but I don't know. I've learned that looks can be quite deceiving. So something just fell. Damn it. Yep, there's one down there like I thought. Which of course is a pain in the ass to get to conveniently, and that's it right there. Steal our firewall out of here. We'll bolt that back on. Don't let me forget I took it out. That might give us some access down there. So I can see that bolt down there. Unfortunately, it's a pain to get down there too. So I think I might just end up relocating the, I hate to do that, but I might end up just relocating the solenoid. I don't know where I'd, probably up here. Just to get it out of the, put it in a better place than right there. Because that's not a bad spot for it, but I don't know if I'd want to, it'd make it easier in the future to have to change the solenoid, so maybe I'll do that. We'll move it up here. think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say this thing's not coming out. No point in screwing with it. Seeing them, unless there's a way to get this bracket out of here, which I don't think there is. And I really don't want to pull everything apart just to get to that one stupid bolt. Looking down there right now, it actually looks pretty damn clean. I don't see too much wiring trouble. I'm wondering if it's not a solenoid problem and if it's something else. I see a safety. I see this purple wire, and I'm wondering if it's the same on this as it is on the yeah, it is. So what I might do, I think I'm gonna run a wire straight from here to there and see if maybe that fixes the problem now that I think about it. Because I've had that happen before because of a safety. So I wonder if that's our problem. So let me grab my crimps and we're gonna do that and we're gonna see what goes down. Okay guys, I'm back. I went in there and I grabbed my crimps and crimpers. We're going to cut as much of a section out of this as we can. Right there. Cool. So hopefully that's enough. Maybe it'll just be a simple safety problem. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get down to that key switch, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll be easy. I'll go ahead and throw a smaller. Actually, yeah, I'll throw a smaller crimp on it. My nose is running. There we go. Got that on there. Crimp that down. There we go. So now all the safeties are bypassed. I don't know what all safeties there are on this tractor, so I guess this is a good thing that we are doing this. It takes that connector. Okay. So now, hopefully, since all the safeties are bypassed, we should be able to get this thing, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe it will crank. I doubt it. We'll have to listen and see. Put you right there. Come on, go to your spot. Right. I don't know what I'd rather. I've seen a lot of other newer tractors like this that are packed with more stuff than just this. I know somebody's going to ask, what do I prefer to work on? The 100 series, 200 series, or this 300, or this 317, or hell, probably all the 300 series are like this. I think I'm going to have to say I would prefer probably the 1 or 200 series over this when it comes to simplicity and just getting to everything, because this is just kind of, I can't get to the solenoid on here, where on the 100 series you just pull the battery tray and it's right there. This, it's there, but everything's back there for it. You got to unhook this, you got to unhook that. I don't like that very much. I like to just go in there and say, okay, this goes to that. I want to get that out of there, so this is how I have to do it. And then I do it, get it done, and that is it. So I think I like the 100 series better, but everybody's got their own preference. Ready? Hear that? Awesome! It turns over. I did not expect that. So, okay. My spirits are up. I think what I want to do next is I want to diagnose it for spark. Maybe see. I know we had spark on the battery. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go on ahead and end the video here. I normally don't do that to you guys, but I know this video is probably pretty long. And I know we don't do a lot in it, but we got the motor to turn over. That's pretty much all we need to do. I think next video, we're going to try to get it to run. I need to go on a parts search. I have not found spark plugs for it. I also need to look for a choke cable. And I think after I do that, we should be where we need to be. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you guys for checking out the channel. Let me know what you think of the new project. Do you think it's going to work? I don't know. You know what? I just thought of this. Let's engage the hydro, turn the motor over, and see if it goes. No, it's not good. Alright, well, maybe it's just not spinning it fast enough. So, okay. I tried that on something else before to test its hydro and it worked. So, maybe this won't. Maybe the hydro on here is disengaged. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Here's something I want to know, and I doubt it. Let's see if it has spark. I doubt it does. If it does, I will be very surprised. But let's just, if that plug will fit, let's just try it and see if it has spark. Ready? My connection up here is not doing very well. Ready? Well, maybe it's because I pulled out the camera. I figured it was because I pulled out the camera. Well, okay. I guess we'll just save it for the next video then. I gotta do something about that connection.